What am I, a radio DJ? For crying out loud. Yeah, well, I don't have much of a choice there. Thanks, GPS. Of course, Kevin bloody Wilson would have done that. Right. Scenery's not as nice as that last road we took, is it? Oh, no, get into gear. Ooh, looks like rain too. Look at that. Right, so we need $100,000 to upgrade our garage. It'd be really nice by the end of the stream if we could upgrade our garage and fill it up with trucks and end up having to, well, start saving up for a new garage. That'd be really good. No, it's still just single figure thousands. Under the $10,000 mark. That's the only problem with this at the moment, and why ATS is, that's why I'm afraid of ATS. It's the $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 jobs that my workers are bringing in.
Turn left.
Oh, there's one coming, Aussie. I've got it on my wish list on Steam. It was supposed to be out this year, but I think it's been postponed till next year. Australian Road Train, I think it's called, and it's, yeah, driving through the outback. It's on Steam, if you want to have a look at it. $50 hours to go. Be there in no time. Soon. Makes more sense, doesn't it? Let you go for a while though, without adding the soon at the end of it. $21 grand. You, sir, need to double that. This all reminds me of my summer car, which I will be streaming at some stage. I might be doing it after the Dyson Sphere. I haven't still decided whether I'm going to take a break from Mondays and Tuesdays and just do 4 days a week. Or not yet. But I might do the My Summer Car, and that will be a mature audience stream. And if you haven't seen that, if anything I suggest is be there when I start the game, because the intro is absolutely hilarious. And I'll probably be doing what all streamers do when they play that game, and that'll be using the guide to build the engine in the car. As long as it's still there on Steam, I assume it is. In fact, I might have it in the favourites on my browser. I might be using a couple of mods as well, as long as I still get them. I assume I could, especially one in particular. Or maybe two. No, one. Definitely one, which is adding more space in the backpack, because there's not enough room in the backpack. Especially if I'm streaming it, because if I don't, then it'll be a long time streaming that game, because how brutal it is. You can die from anything. Exploding liver, a bee hitting your eye. There's multiple ways to die in that game. Multiple ridiculous ways to die in that game. Along with your cousin that drives around and tries to run you off the road. Sort of, yeah. Sort of Aussie. If you don't go to the toilet, your bladder explodes and you die. Have you heard of it before, My Summer Car, or know anything about it? AM? Right, it's almost 7. Oh, dude, it's a game. It's like Marmite or Vegemite. You either love it or you hate it. There's no in between with that game. The developer tries to drive you insane. He really does. He puts things in the game that just get on your nerves, and you can either handle it or you can't. Every time he brings out an update, he'll write in the changelog, but he purposely leaves things out of the changelog so it can be a lovely surprise. And normally it's not a lovely surprise, it's a... I mean, you get a hint of his sense of humour, his mindset straight away when you first start the game, because what you do when you start the game is you got a license to put your name and everything in. But what he does is he purposely in small print has permadeath on it, and he has it checked, and pretty much everyone, oh really? Everyone misses it. So you do quite a bit, and you can only save the game in a toilet. And there's not many of those around. There's one in your house, obviously. But it's in Finland. It's actually the dev that did it. It's his, where he grew up, and it's based around his life as a teenager. You see, you do all this, and because you're miles away, and you end up dying, and then you find out permadeath's on. You've got to start again. And it's been a while since I played it, so I'd love to see the updates and if there's actually an end to it now. The characters are funny. Yeah, the intro cutscene is one of the best I've seen in any game. He's very talented, the developer. Because in the game you've got a television you can watch, and you get a music video on it, and it's actually his band from when he was younger. And then you get a sort of like a Jackass type of show on it, which is him and his mate. They used to do that type of stuff when they were younger. He's very talented. Yeah, we're not that far away from finishing Dyson's Fair either, because my Dyson's Fair for my channel name's all done, and I'm just doing everyone else's at the moment. For the ones that I've got down in there, and every now and then I'm going to go in and add new people's names who've been big supporters of my channel, and then we'll go back to Dyson's Fair every now and then and just get those, stream it until they're all done, and make sure everything's running smoothly and all that kind of stuff, so we can have everyone's names up there. And I've coloured them in because they added that into the game as well, so not only will your name be in light, it'll be in coloured light, multiple colours. Well, not really multiple colours. There's a colour for the name and the colour for the tops and bottoms that I did on it. Because I did mine in purple and it looks absolutely amazing with the black top and the black bottom. Really looks good. Can't remember what colour I did yours, Causey. I think I did Smudo in orange, and I did Patreon blue because he's a blue fox or blue wolf. Big Wolf or something. His logo. Dave, I can't remember what colour I did yours in, Dave. I did yours and I was, oh, I might have done Smootho's in green then. I'll do Mike's. I'll put Mike's in pink because he's such a big fan of pink. And since I know he's not here at the moment, he can't argue with it. Probably will go back to Dyson Sphere stream when they bring out the what's it called? Think, come on, think. Oh, why can't I think of it now? Oh, when you get enemies and stuff, the fighting mechanic or whatever it's called. Just to see how they do that, whether different worlds have different aliens you got to contend with, or it's you have space pirates or something like that, or both. Both would be good. Whether or not they won't do Satisfactory's deal where they grab the two main enemies and made them similar to the Factorio ones, whether or not they'll do different to Factorio, no spitters or biters type deal, something different, what that would look like. This is nice. It's like driving through my country. I didn't see a sign for it to drop to 50. I was waiting because I saw we're coming up to town, so I was waiting for it to drop to 50, and then I saw that it was 50 on the GPS. I might contemplate about getting up and shutting some windows. Maybe when we get to our first sleep. There's our Mitsubishi Lancer. I was about to say an Evo, but no, if it was an Evo there would have been a wing on the back.
Keep right.
And actually a little bit bigger than that.
Straight on. Go straight on.
I really don't know the fact you can see the destination circle on the GPS now. Why'd they do that? Thank you for the follow there, Dreamy Sail. Welcome to the stream. How's your day been? Hope it's been all good. Yeah, you told me that last time, Aussie. Remember we had a conversation about it with the fact that you know, paramedic needs help. Obviously the fireman can do some first aid, but if there's something sort of major and requires two paramedics and the fireman now isn't qualified for it, seems a bit silly. This is one of the nicest drives we've been on for a while. Today, this whole stream actually. Less concrete and more greenery. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, not the best scenario, but not the worst, is it? As far as that, you know. I mean, at least with the fireman, you got someone to drive there where you got the paramedic looking after the patient in the back. If it's just the paramedic, the patient needs to be looked after and also delivered to the hospital and can't do both. Not a good situation for the patient. And imagine for the paramedic, for you guys too, being in that situation, know that you could have helped but can't help. That would mentally just stuff you up. You know, even though you know it's not your fault, but I can imagine that you can't help but feel a little bit of responsibility in that situation. Be interesting to see how far we away from the delivery we are when it hits 5 o'clock my time. What are we now? 18 past 4. Yeah. This was the COVID thing. I mean, the Premier didn't do much about trying to prevent it, really, did he? Or she? I don't know if... I think it's a he, you know, at the time.
Go straight on.
I mean, it's like our Prime Minister's got a bit of stick about it, but I mean, that's because people were moaning that they didn't get their way in a inconvenience to their life. But what she did was a great job to limit the hospitals from being overwhelmed, and there would have been lives lost that, you know, because the way she went about the lockdowns and everything, it was saved in hospital, you know, because there was room for them there, and they weren't so overwhelmed to provide the care and attention that the person needed. And if she hadn't done it the way she did, then they would have been overwhelmed and we would have lost a lot more people. It's bad enough that we're losing anyone with this thing, but that's life. But anyway, we're not here for that, are we? We're here to try and escape the joys of life that is out there at the moment. Oh, did you? Oh, okay. I thought you didn't. Why did I think that? They're very stationary, those animals, aren't they? I must have a childlike mind, thinking if I'm not moving, you can't see me. Surprised they haven't got the hooves over their eyes. I can't see you, you can't see me. Look, there's another one. Maybe they're mile markers. It's Finland's way or Norway's way to use mile markers. Or kilometre markers in this country, innit? What's the time? We haven't even hit midday yet. Yes, I was quiet. Yes, I was on mute. And actually, I did know that. I was just eating some potato chips. I don't want to have the sound come through and bleed your eardrums out. And the sound of me enjoying my bluebird potato chips. I am so glad we got this issue fixed and back on this. I'm actually enjoying this competition with every stream more and more. As it starts kicking in and goes, getting on a bit. You were driving like a drunken sailor, yeah, I know. I was trying to keep the wheel straight on the straights, but I just can't do it with this wheel. No matter what I do, I can't get this wheel to go in a straight line. It veers to the left slightly or to the right. Right, how's our money situation? 55,000. I was sort of hoping when I did that it said 100,000. This is such a lovely drive. I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying the fact that we drove all the way through the night through this scenery. Got a decent run of it. However, I just realised I've shot myself in the foot. Not even asleep, advancing time. Because all the money that could have come in, which we've already got that money because we would have woken up, you know, a few hours ago. But nevertheless, it doesn't really matter in the scheme of things because it's all part of this delivery while doing this delivery anyway. So we get to the end of it, it'll be what it'll be whether I slept or not. It's not really going to cause an advantage to ATS, is it? Sorry, I banged the mic a bit.
Exit now.
It's getting cold. I need to shut some windows. Like I said, I'll do that when we have our sleep. I'll quickly jump up and shut some windows. I say some. I'll be shutting all of them. All two. It is a calming drive, but I can feel myself probably falling asleep. Imagine watching this is actually making a lot of people's eyes heavy. Hello, Eds. Goodbye, ads. Did you get ads, Cozy? No. Actually, I got an email from Twitch today with one of the stupidest ideas I've ever come up with.